Hi, I'm Scott Campbell, and welcome to my Marketing and Mindset Musings podcast. These are short episodes where I reflect and share my thoughts on everything business related, including subjects on marketing, quite obviously, and business growth, powerful routines, habits, personal development, and everything in between. Hey, how are you? In this episode, I want to talk about being intentional without implementation is nothing. So what I mean by that, so being, as coaches, you probably get the idea of being intentional, especially, in terms of, making your dreams come true, making your outcomes true, and being really intentional. What you do is super powerful in terms of really changing habits, changing actions, stuff like that, making stuff happen, being intentional, super powerful. It's the same when you want to generate clients as well. If you want to generate new clients, and if say like you want to generate 3 new coaching clients this week or the next 2 weeks, then having that intention and being intentional about that is fantastic. But then you have to implement stuff to make that happen. So being intentional of what I see is people going, yeah, I'm really focused on getting new clients this week. I want to bring in 3 new coaching clients this week. Okay, great work. So what you're going to do to, what you're going to do then in terms of, I'm going to post on Facebook every day. I'm going to post in my group because, and then it's about what you're going to post. Now that stuff's great, but it's not stuff that implementing a strategy, for example, that's going to generate, content is doing content. I'm doing this content is super powerful, but it is a longer time. There's a longer time period of how effective it is in terms of if you just do a lot of content. I know a lot of coaches that come to me, they're getting a lot of content, that they're not generating clients from it directly from their content. People don't react to content and go, "Oh, that's wonderful content. And how can I work with you?" It rarely happens. I say rarely because on Monday it did happen with one of my posts, but it rarely happens. So you've got to be intentional and have the implementation. And take that intention into your implementation. So, for example, if my intention is I want to generate 3 new coaching clients this week, my implementation needs to be more strategic and more, right, I'm going to reach out to 20 people this week. I'm going to put on I'm going to put on a free training on Thursday, and I'm going to invite over these next 3 days, I'm going to invite as many people as I can to that training, to that free training. So that's intentional, because when you do that and come to training, you can say, you can deliver the training. You don't want to put a hard sales on, anyone that comes to my training, I really don't do any hard selling or at all. I just talk about this is the next step, and if you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation if you need my help. And that works really well. But that's really intentional in terms of generating coaching clients, because intention of I'm going to deliver this free training. At this free training, I'm going to then, give massive value and then offer people a phone call. So people want to get on a call with me. And when we have that call, it may well be that I get my free coaching clients from that call, them calls. But in the meantime, before that training, I'm going to be really intentional, inviting people, as many people as I can. And I'll be really putting what actions am I going to do that is going to get people to that training. So just doing content posting isn't people going to, oh, I need to go and see what training you've got first. You need to be like, actually, get in touch with people, reaching out, going, hi, how are you? And then by the way, I've got got free training on Thursday. I'd love you to come. That sort of thing. Being really intentional in your and taking that to your implementation and implementing stuff. That's where the magic happens. When you're very just intentional about, I want to get 3 new coaching clients this week, but you don't implement anything. And when I talk about implement, I'm talking about implementing an actual strategy plan. Because strategy plan, people that go through my program, there's a bit of my 5th principle. So in my 6th principle framework, the fifth one is about content planning. And in that, we very much separate. We have a 3x3 formula, then separate a strategy plan to an implementation plan, because they're very different. They're very, very different. And you can implement stuff that's really intentional. So you can be intentional, but then what you want to be is really then you've got to go, right, now what do I need to implement that can make this intention come true. Because what without the other, it's nothing. And without, say, being intentional but then taking no actions. I can say I'm going to be intentional. Well, I want to get free. I could do a lot of meditation on Monday morning. And I want to get free coaching clients this week. Do a lot of meditation, a lot of abundance meditation, a lot of a lot of law attraction, a lot of abundance meditation, and stuff, and some manifestation sort of period goes. But actually, if I just sit in my bed and don't do nothing for the whole week, reality is that's not going to happen. So I need to implement. So being intentional without implementation is nothing. So set out your intentions, absolutely, and then look about what can I implement. Then that's going to make them intentions come true, and then you'll see a lot of stuff happening really, really powerful for you, really successful. And then you combine that with doing some law of abundance stuff or some abundance meditation that I do and stuff like that, and manifestations and stuff, and that becomes really, really powerful. Until the next time, to your success. So I hope you found this valuable. I mentor and coach purpose-led people on how to grow their businesses aligned to their values and the impact they want to make in the world, simplifying strategies so they're easy to implement, which turn into results quickly. If you want to get some free training, please go over to www.successraw.co.uk. That's www.successraw.co.uk. There's some free training on there around how to grow your coaching business.